can't wait to have kids and just tell these as bedtime stories.
It's incredible. Do you hate people that go, oh, I don't like fantasy, I don't watch that? Because it's like...
Yeah.
No, because I get angry.
I don't care what people don't like. I think I was on the receiving end, to bring it back to me for a second.
Yeah.
I was on the receiving end of so much animosity after hitting such great peaks that it put me through this ringer of like, it made me appreciate like not judging artists and artistry. I don't do it. I was a hypocrite before. I used to do the same thing. Oh, this guy sucks. But we're all in a process. We're all growing. We're all evolving, and hopefully putting that back into our
I'm so
creativity.
glad you brought that up because, and I'm not gonna say I don't know what it is, but there is.
Maybe it's love.
Probably is love.
Hold hands.
But there is a shift. I've always liked you. I've never been like, fuck that. I've always loved you.
You've always been fair to me.
We've been very nice to each other.
We've always had a really, Yep.
But there has been in the last, I think, year, where I've noticed that you've just been, you've always been nice, but like there's a shift in your approach and out to people, and your shift in you're smiling and just a little bit softer than I've ever seen you.
Right. Because I used to come in hot.
You came out, and I would come in hot too if I were you. I mean, sometimes I come in hot, but but there is something that happened. What is it? Did you have like a revelation, or because something happened?
Yeah, I mean, listen, this is my 29th year for me. How long you been in?
23 or 24.
Okay, so 29 years doing stand-up comedy. And you got to realize, again, it's a lot, but to put it in the simplest 3 acts was like the first act of my career from 90 when I started all the way up to 2001 was just struggling, trying to make ends meet. In a period when comedy was oversaturated, Comedy Central had destroyed comedy with too many shitty comics that they were putting on, and then the comedy albums were dead. It was literally a dead form. It was dead. You couldn't get a comedy record deal because... Why? There's no need. It was a promotional item is what they called it at Comedy Central. So I finally break through, and I break through at a time when, even though I've been working hard, I'm not quite ready for everything that's about to happen because I'm a kid.
Yeah.
And my ego and vanity and all the stuff that are of alpha men, coupled with I'm a deeply insecure person. Now, you probably wouldn't sit here and say like, oh, I see that because I don't wear it on my sleeve.
I see it.
But I wasn't the football dude.
Yeah.
I was the quietest kid in school.
Yeah.
And so I'm becoming this known entity, frat kind of comic or whatever the label was. But off stage, I was more low key. So when people saw me coming into those environments, I came across probably, in a fault of my own, as being a little bit like standoffish. But it was just more my own insecurity that was keeping me from ingratiating myself with people.
Yeah, but it happened.
And the third act, the last 10 years, it's like everything happened with my parents. I lost, my mom and dad, same year. All this stuff with my brother, all this stuff with backlash. And it just kind of humbles you in a way that you finally have perspective.
Yeah.
And I didn't have the perspective until really the last many, many years.
Yeah, I do remember going to the Grove once and seeing you and your parents. Mm-hmm. I really did.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting, I didn't even say hi, I don't think, to you. I think I was at the Grove.
It was the only time I think they were ever together out here.
At the Grove?
Yeah, to visit me.
Yeah, and I saw you guys in the Grove, and you had your arms around, I'm going to get emotional, I don't know why, but you guys had your arms around both of them. Yeah. And I remember thinking, oh, what a great family, you know what I mean? And then I found out that they passed. Yeah. It was like really, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was an impossible time. That's the only way I describe it. It was impossible to deal with losing my best friend, my mom.
Yeah,
and then a week after my mom passes away, my dad comes to me and he's like, "I have cancer and I have 6 months to live."
Oh my god!
So 9 months, both parents gone.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What do you do? I mean, how do you?
I just went to work, man. I went to work. The one thing that they raised me to do was follow my dream of being a performer. So I felt like they could vicariously still be living through me by me succeeding more. That was also another big catalyst. When my mom was sick, I accomplished so much in those couple of years because I wanted to show her every fucking thing.
Oh, man.
So SNL, all that stuff came from me telling her I'm going to do all this stuff. And kind of the pressure of feeling like I was keeping her alive because her immune system's good because she's happy and seeing her son reveling in this excitement. So weirdly, I felt like the prognosis for health with my mom was like, just keep doing stuff, keep showing her more so she'll stick around. I'm going to get emotional. I just didn't want her to leave.
Yeah. Man. Wow.
Man.
Yeah.
But so you're not wrong about that. I think that is what keeps people around longer.
Yeah.
And that feeling of excitement and looking ahead and knowing that they always say that even with, terminal patients, they last longer when they're happy. And you probably gave her extra time because you made her happy.
Yeah, she did. She stayed alive longer than what they anticipated.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, the last bunch of years, and again, I think you and I have always had for whatever reason, we've always had an easier, quicker connection than some of the other people that we could name names or not that may have felt like I was a little prickly. And so I always appreciated that.
Yeah.
I love that word. Prickly's a good word.
It's a great word.
Yeah.